Now in this section I'm going to look at some database functions. So first off we're going to look at Dsum. So if we look at the data here, we've got sales. So we've got sales for these people in the different regions. So you've got south, north, east, west, and these various people here. This is the amount of sales they've got, and this is the sales target. So the sales target is above 20. So if I click here, what I want to see is the total value of sales for people who have sold above the sales target, which is 20. So if we look at the data here, it'll be basically this one here and that one there added together, because their sales, their individual sales, are above 20. So if we click here and then click on formulas and then click on insert function, and if we go and search for Dsum, if you don't already see it, go and search for it. I've got it here, so I'll click on OK. So this is the Dsum, and as you can see, the Dsum adds the numbers in a field, i.e. column, of records in the database that match conditions that you specify. So in this case, the specification is going to be over 20 sales. So where it says database, that's going to be this information here. So if we just simply drag across here, you can see that specified the range A7C12. In here, we're going to enter the word sales, like so. So that's specified the field. Now we're going to specify the criteria. So in this case, the criteria are going to be B4, B5. So if we just simply select B4, B5, if we click on OK, and then just click here so we can see the formula, that is the function. It's the Dsum function. So that specified the database, that specified sales, and this basically here has specified the criteria. So we want sales over 20, and sure enough that's 55. If we were to change the sales, so at the moment we've got over 20, we've got 34 and 21. So let's say we wanted to change that to say 25, and then look at the results. You'll see that we've got this one alone, because if we re-specify this to a sales target of over 25, in this case only one of them is over 25, which is this one. So that's how you use the Dsum function. Now this example is similar to the last one, but in this case we're going to use the Dmin function, and we're going to use the Dmin function to see what the lowest sales figure is for any of our salespeople. So again, we click here, click on formulas, insert formulas, and if necessary go and search for the function called Dmin. There we go, so that's Dmin, and as it says, it returns the smallest number in the field, i.e. column, of records in the database that match the conditions that you specify. So click on OK here, and we've got these three items here. So first of all, we'll specify the database, which is this lot here, so we just drag across there. Now within the field section here, in this case, what we'll do, click here where it says sales, so basically we enter C7, and then in the criteria we just simply drag across here, so we've got C8, C12. So this bit is specifying the database, i.e. that lot there. That's specifying the field, in this case C7, and this is the criteria here. So what we're doing is we're looking for the minimum number in this lot. So click on OK, and what comes back is 4, because that is the minimum. Let's change that from 4 to 98. Then in that case, the new minimum is this one here. And if you just click here, you can see there's the syntax, very similar to the last one. Now in this section, we're going to look at Dmax. So in this case, we'll use the Dmax function to see what were the highest sales figures of all our salespeople within this range. So again, we've got the salespeople here, we've got the regions here, we've got the different sales for each person here. And again, up here, we've got sales, and sales targets are above 20. So anyway, we'll click here, and what we'll do is we'll use the Dmax function. So as usual, we go to formulas, insert formulas. If you can't really see it, just go in here and type in Dmax and do a search for that. There you are, we've got Dmax. And again, we've got database, field, and criteria. So the database will be across here, so I just drag across there. So our database becomes A7C12. If I click in the next item here where it says field, what we want here is C7, the sales. And in the criteria section, what we want is C8, drag down to C12, like so. So that's specifying our database, that's our field, that's our criteria. Click on OK. So sure enough, 45 is the highest number in this range. If I change that to, say, 9 or 8, then now the highest number becomes 24. So as you can see, it dynamically updates. Now this is similar data to the last examples. So we got a sales target of above 20. We got the salespeople down here. We got the regions down here. And we've got the number of sales there. And over here, what I want is just simply to count up the number of people reaching their sales target, i.e. people with sales above 20. Now, if I click here, what I want to list is a number of people who've achieved sales targets. It's going to be that one, and that one. So it should be 3. So let's try this. So again, go to formulas, go to insert function. This time we're going to use the dcount, so if necessary go and search for dcount, and there it is. So click on OK. Now as you can see, this counts the cells containing numbers in the field, i.e. column of records in the database that match the conditions that you specify. So again, you want to specify the database, so the database will be this lot here. So that'll be A7C12. If I click here, it says field. In this case, we're going to go to C7 for sales. And if we click on criteria, that's going to be this items here, which is basically B4, B5. So there's our database, there's our field, there's our criteria. If we click on OK, sure enough, we get 3, because basically what we're doing is counting up the number of people who've reached their sales targets. If we change the sales target to something else, like maybe above 24, then we've only got 1, because this one has 24, but the target is above 24, so we're only down to 1. If, on the other hand, we change the sales target to something ridiculously low, like 2, then basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people are above the sales target of 2. So that's how you use dcount. Now in this example, we've got products, so we've got the product ID listed down here. We've got the quantity in stock, so we've got 5 of these. That is the unit price, so the total price is basically 5 times 2 times 10, which gives you that. So that's the basic information here. And in the criteria section, we're looking at quantity greater than 9. So what we want to do is use the daverage function to find the average unit price of products with a quantity higher than 9. So if we go and click on cell C18, what we'll do this time is use the daverage function. So we'll click on formulas, go here, go and search for it. So it's daverage. There we go. So click on that. And as you can see, this averages the value in a column, in a list or database that matches the conditions that you specify. So first of all, we need to specify the database. So if we click here and drag down across all the data here, the database basically in this case is A3 through to D12. Within the field section, what I need to do is to click here to specify the unit price. And in the criteria section, if I go and click on that, basically I drag across these 2 cells here. So the criteria is B15, B16, like so. So when I click on OK, there's my average price. So that's how you use daverage.